What a better way to start off this vlog than with the fact that Todd and Mafi just DM'd me on Twitter. First of all, hello, welcome to a new vlog. Second of all, I just brought Kat home from the vet, so she's very sleepy right now. We're doing a relax. And I logged onto Twitter to a DM from my favorite author of all time. I wish I could say it was something exciting, like we're working together on something, or she loves me so much, but no, she just wanted to let me know she's unfollowing me. No shade, no tea. She's just saying, like, I feel like you need space as a reader, so I'm gonna be over here so you can do the shit posting over there. I was like, it's cool. Honestly, when she followed me back in like 2014, I literally, when I tweeted about it, I was like, this is gonna be temporary. So like, I kind of knew this was coming. It's just so sweet that she like took the time out and like let me know. She was very sweet at the end of it. Like, thank you for everything. I don't want my intentions to be misunderstood. I'm like, no, you're perfect. You could block me and I would thank you. So yeah, that's my day. I just got unfollowed by Todd and Mafi. This is gonna be an interesting reading vlog because I have no plans. Zero plans. The thing I'm currently in the mood for, I started it this morning at like 5 a.m, was Beautiful Secret by Christina Lauren. I'm on that Christina Lauren grind. I'm trying to read all their books so I can do a video like what's the best to worst. But they just keep publishing new books and I'm so behind. And I have like 3 or 4 more books in order to be able to film that video. This one is the 4th book in a series. The series is basically just like office romances with very little plot. It's all just smut. This one specifically focuses on a couple named Ruby and Niall. Ruby is an intern under Niall and they're sent off together on a trip to a conference, and so it's that month-long span of them probably canoodling. I don't know. I'm literally only like 2 chapters into this because I just wanted to like get it started before I went to bed, so not very far at all out of this. Looks like it's pretty chunky, like 450 pages. I'm starting to feel really guilty that maybe Tada saw one of my tweets talking about how much I didn't really love Defy Me and she was like, gotta go. I still consider myself like a reader, so I'm like not shocked that this happened. We'll see if she refollows after Defy Me. Probably not. She's probably not gonna refollow. In the yard. Good morning. Ignore the cat noises because it's zoomy time and we're all playing. Last night I did a bit of reading and this morning, oh my gosh, stop fighting. Last night I did a bit of reading in Beautiful Secret and I got to page, hold on, let me update because I really don't be knowing. So I made it to page 84 of Beautiful Secret. Yes, I'm using a letter someone sent to my PO box as a bookmark, which while we're here, let me give shout out to Sarah. Thank you for your letter. I will be responding promptly. People are saying this should be, why am I still doing that angle? People are saying this is the best one in the series. I just don't see it being that at all. I loved the last one because it was like actual conflict. It wasn't just like an office romance, and this one is straight back to an intern and her boss. So we'll see if it ends up being more interesting than just that. But that book's great. I also just wanted to start this other book, so I did, and I don't regret it. So I got to page 19 before I decided I should like stop and let you know that I'm reading it because I know I'm gonna sit down and read this in one sitting right now. I started Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. I just hauled this. Becca sent this to me as a gift, and it is a graphic novel about 2 boys who go to school together. They're put in like this same class for something. I don't know. I don't understand England. I'm so sorry. And basically the main character, Charlie, is gay. The other guy he's in class with, Nick, is not, question mark. So it's all about like Charlie develops this crush on him and doesn't think it's gonna happen, and then yeah, this is just so freaking adorable art style wise already. I'm sure I'm gonna give it like a 4 or 5 stars. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know I'm reading this because I'm about to finish it in one sitting. Are you doing a good need? Are we making biscuits? Okay, I'm not done reading, but I need to share with y'all a fun fact. Anytime you put a book down on my bed, Gordo was like, is this a bed? So no matter what book it is, he always puts his little feeties and rests his head on it because he thinks you provided him with a nice paper pillow. That's so cute. That's not okay. Oh, and Gordo said, oh, is this a pillow? Dude. I just finished it and it says, hold on, I turned the page. Let me tell you what it says. It says, I'll read it. Heartstopper will continue in volume 2. I was bamboozled. When does volume 2 come out? I need the rest. That was a cliffhanger. America, explain. Okay, good. July this year. I can do that. We can wait till July. I'm gonna copy Olivia, who copied Riley, and I'm gonna do like a shot of me like adding the book on Goodreads. Ready? Cue aesthetic music. I feel really attacked because this book, I didn't know how to sequel. But this is an ongoing online comic, so you could read this for free online. There's a link in the back of the book. I'll link it down below if you're interested. I could honestly go and read that, but I'm lazy and I just want to wait for the bind-up coming out in July, so that'll be fun. I thought it was really, really sweet. I think Charlie is such an interesting character. I really like the progression of their friendship. It was really wholesome and sweet. It's from Charlie's point of view, so you don't get to see a lot about like Nick questioning his sexuality, other than like a couple abbreviated scenes, which I really liked those parts. But yeah, it was very adorable. I would like to see more of the characters' families, because it's a lot focused on just like whenever Nick and Charlie see each other. Like, I thought Charlie's older sister was really funny, and she's only in the graphic novel twice. Yeah, the art was really cute. The friendship slash developing relationship was really sweet. I'm gonna give it like a solid 4 stars. I want to keep on going with this reading streak, and instead of like slowing down and going on my computer for the next hour, I want to actually continue with this. So I'm gonna type up this review, then get reading. I'm kind of in the mood to go to Starbucks, but I think I'm just trying to be Olivia a little too much. I don't know if you know, but this series has like 5 main books, but there's 4 novellas in the series. And going into this book, you could tell that the characters in this book you meet in a novella. I wasn't gonna read the novellas because I didn't really care that much. I think I tried picking up, there's a book that's in between the first and the second book called Beautiful Bitch. Love that. But I wasn't a huge fan of the characters in book 1 because again, it was just like a easy smutty book, so I was like, I don't really care about your character development. I was just here for the porn. So I didn't read it. But now I'm like, okay, I think you kind of have to, and if I'm gonna be like reviewing this full series, I might as well. So Scribd has all of the books on it, so I'm gonna go ahead right now and binge some of those novellas. Update. This novella is on audiobook. I am going to listen. I'm going to paint my nails. I'm gonna play Animal Crossing. I've been searching for an audiobook that I can listen to while I get stuff done, so success. Hey guys, what if this was just the angle and I'm so sorry I'm breathing on your ear. What if this was the angle for all my videos? I wish I could say I'm reading right now, but I'm not. I'm watching Bonnie's video. Hello everybody. My dad came upstairs and delivered me with an Amazon package. It is Tuesday, which means this could be a pre-order, but I don't know if I pre-ordered anything. And I don't remember if anyone said they're sending me anything. So let's just see what this is. Was she thick? No! Who did? I was just talking about how much I wanted this book. I literally just said in my last vlog I was at Barnes & Noble and I wanted this book so bad, but it wasn't there, so I didn't buy anything because I was so mad. And now I have it. This was sent to me by Amber. Amber, you're so nice. I am so hyped to read this. I cannot wait. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. All I know is that everybody I know loves this book, mainly my friend Mika. I'll link her channel down below. Really hyped this book up for me. Oh my god, Amber, thank you so much. I do not know how you guys are finding my wish list because it is not public, but I appreciate it so much. Also, a summary of my life. Why are you laying on my laptop? He's just scrolling Twitter. What are you doing? You just looking at the timeline? All right, kids, I think it's dinner time. What do y'all think? Gordo says it's always dinner time. once again, we'll always and forever appreciate the fact that Jace Herondale packs condoms to hell. I mean, what a good Boy Scout, thinking ahead. So I just finished Beautiful Bitch. I have one coat of nail polish on, so I'm currently like claw fingering everything so that, ooh, those weren't some good words. We're gonna move past that. So I'm just gonna spoil this novella for you because the synopsis is the spoiler. This novella is basically just sex and Chloe and Bennett getting engaged. You don't need to read this to read the rest of them, but like if you liked the characters, might as well. I didn't have a bad time reading it. I think it's just gonna be like a basic 3 stars. Like, okay, cool. So novella number 1, Down. So it looks like the next book in the series is called Beautiful Bombshell, and this one is about, it sounds like a bachelor party. Yeah, okay, it's all about the guys going out for a night in Vegas. I think these novellas are just following like the relationship of the people in the first 2 books, but then it just like adds the characters that you meet in later books. I'm gonna listen to Beautiful Bombshell, that's what the next one's called, Beautiful Bombshell, on Scribd. So let me cue that up. It's hot. Good morning, Crusty Crew. I went to bed at 6 a.m. this morning and still somehow got up at 11. I'm currently on my way to the post office. That was Bonnie's address. None of y'all go see her. The post office by my house is under renovation, so I have to go to the one that's in my old hometown. It's like a half-hour drive. I have an aux cord and an audiobook, so we're gonna get that shit done. I made it like 4 chapters into Beautiful Bombshell last night. I'm just gonna already call it. I don't think you need to read this book, and also I'm really not liking it that much. This book involves the 2 characters that are into public sex, and I forgot how weird it was. Okay, it's not weird, I'm not kink shaming, but like the way that they do it, I'm kink shaming.
Her other hand moving down between her legs. That's right, I said, watching her touch herself. Get there, make yourself come. It must have been what she needed because she cried out.
Okay, I'm gonna try and drive and not like drive off a bridge. I will update when I'm at the bookstore. It's the one that I've been to a couple times now that like books are $1.
I was close. I could barely think and so fucking hungry for it I could hardly breathe. My lungs burned, muscles protesting as I thrust into her over.
I'm here. We are very curious about Beg. We want to touch Beg and be inside Beg. I don't know why these cats have a Russian accent. Lena, be gone. Just got home from going to the post office and going book shopping and getting some lunch at Zaxby's. Not sponsored, but please sponsor me. Literally every single cat is sitting beside me right now. Come here, Gordo. Say hello. Say it's purr time. We're very happy. So I ended up getting a full bag of books, and then I bought $18 worth of books for an entire bag, which honestly I thought it was gonna be more like $20 or $30. So when he said 18, I was like, sir, you probably miscalculated, but let's go. So here's everything I got. First book I found was My Heart and Other Black Holes by Jasmine Morga. I read this as an ARC back in like 2015. This book's about a girl with depression. It was $1.50 for a hardback, so I just wanted to pick this up and have it for my collection. I think I gave it like 4 stars. I thought this was a library copy, but it's not. It just has like plastic wrapping on it, so someone took real good care of this. Then next I went to the classics section. I didn't think I was really gonna find anything, but there were actually some good picks. Found The House on Mango Street, which is super popular. It was $1.50 again, so basically my monkey brain jumps out when I go into this store because I'm like, it'll never be that cheap ever again. So I just leap on it, and then if I end up unhauling it later, I could probably just list it on Depop for the same price. So this is a book that's told in vignettes. So it's about this Latina girl growing up in Chicago. I didn't realize it was this tiny, so I was really interested in it because of the vignette format. I also found this really modern version. I think this is the Barnes & Noble edition of Madame Bovary by Gustave Flaubert. I'm sorry, I'm not French. I don't know how to say that. I read The Awakening by Kate Chopin and gave it a glowing review, and someone told me that I need to read this one next because it's like sort of in the same vein as The Awakening. I've been hunting for a good copy of this for a cheap price, and this was there for $2, so very thrilled that I found this edition. The last classic I got, I don't know if I'm gonna read, but it just really piqued my interest. It was only $1, and that's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So this is just a really famous story. I couldn't even give you a synopsis. I just know like these are really iconic names. Without the introduction, this book is only like this long. So if you can't tell, I'm really drawn into books by if they're short or not. It just piqued my curiosity. I have no reasoning. Then I got a couple nonfiction books. Too Fat, Too Slutty, Too Loud by Anne Helen Peters. So this is a book about feminism, and it's talking about being a loud woman who's unafraid of how she looks and how she sounds, and how women are kind of silenced if they're like that. So this just goes into pop culture and like how Nicki Minaj and Beyonce are shamed for like being very sexual. I'm interested in it. I'm running low on like feminist reads. I think the only ones I have left are like these. And then another nonfiction book I got, I'm just gonna go ahead and take off the library casings. It's gonna bug me if I don't. Editing me is gonna hate myself for like sitting here and doing this. There's an old library copy of Laughing at My Nightmare by Shane Burkhoff. If you don't know, Shane is actually a YouTuber, or he has a channel. I've recently started watching him. He's disabled. He has, I think, a spine condition that causes him to be in a wheelchair, and he really just goes through life on his channel, especially talking about the ways that he is still able to like live quote unquote normally. So this book really just explores the things that people assume about him and sort of his take on life, especially in response to people and how they interact with him, thinking that like he has a mental disability when he doesn't. I actually have been really eager to pick this up, and I was so surprised it was there, and I immediately grabbed it. Actually, this morning I woke up to an email because Shane has another book coming out. His second book is called People Think My Girlfriend Is My Nurse, because on his YouTube channel he does it in collaboration with his girlfriend who is able-bodied, and so it just is poking fun at that relationship because people always assume that a disabled man in a wheelchair like him could never date such a beautiful woman. So I think his books are pretty much comedy, poking fun at the assumptions that people make about him, but I just love his personality, I love his videos, and I want to give this one a try. This first one is Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour. I had this years ago and unhauled it because I was like, I'm not interested in contemporary or Hollywood really, but since then I've read more from Nina LaCour, and also I really want to get more into female romances, so I decided I'll just give it a shot. It's only $1.50. So this is a YA contemporary about a girl who goes to Los Angeles for the summer as a graduation gift. I loved We Are Okay by Nina LaCour, and this just reminds me of Evelyn Hugo because of the Hollywood vibes, so I'm gonna give it a second chance. Finally, I found A List of Cages by Robin Rowe, which I remember Emma Books was raving about last year, so I saw this and was like I'm basically a broken record, but it was $1.50 and I am so stoked. I know that this book is about friendship and two boys getting closer. One of them is an aide to the school psychologist, and he is kind of tasked with getting through to this one other kid that sees that psychologist who is from a foster care situation. They used to be former foster brothers, I think, so it's all about like kindling that friendship of being in kind of a similar situation and being there for your friends and helping them get through hard times. I don't know, I'm just shocked I found it there. It's very, I think it's a recent release, like last year, so good finds. Oh, I have 2 more. And then I went to the adult fiction section and I found 2 books by Toni Morrison I want to read. If you've been watching my vlogs, you know I recently read The Bluest Eye and loved it. So people were constantly recommending me her other books as well. So I decided to pick up Sula, which is another one of her famous books. I can't give you a synopsis for either of these because I didn't even care. I was like, yes, I love her writing. I want to read more. Sula is one that I have now. And I also decided to pick up Paradise. Like I said, I loved Toni Morrison's writing style. So these 2 I think are just going to be grand slams. They were $1.25 each. So $3 for 2 Toni Morrison books. I'm there. So yes, the consensus is that I need to stop going to that bookstore because I know I'm gonna find stuff that I don't need, but that's all. Oh no, it's not. I finished my audiobook in the car. I finished Beautiful Bombshell, which is book 2.5. You can skip it. I gave that book 2 stars. I didn't like that one. I feel like the first novella, because it was them getting engaged, it like sort of mattered, but this one was just like a night in Vegas. But then 2 of the girls come along and they're like canoodling the entire night, and I'm just like, what was the purpose? I'm not a fan of Max and Sarah because they do like voyeuristic stuff and I just don't think it's cute. So their plot line was just really uncomfortable for me because it's like, can't relate, don't want to read about it. Chloe and Bennett is just like done at this point. Like, we get it, they're in love. So it was just like extra porn. Usually I wouldn't complain about that, but this one also had this side plot where there was, I don't know if she was a drag queen or trans, but they like talked about how there was a guy dressed as a woman, and that was the brunt of a lot of jokes, and that character didn't even have any dialogue, and that just made me really uncomfortable. So I wouldn't recommend it at all. The character that's going to be in book 3 is introduced in that book, but I don't recommend reading it. Like, it doesn't add any setup or anything. So now I'm moving on to Beautiful something. Beautiful Beginning. Let me guess, it's about Chloe and Bennett. Yep, okay, so now we're getting to like the actual wedding. Maybe that'll be more interesting than the last one, but I can't listen to it on audio, so it's gonna be rough. There's a bug up there. They're all watching it. Are y'all gonna get the bug? Where'd it go? Who are you gonna call? Oh, they found it. It's over there. Hi. Okay. I really need to go to bed. I'm getting back into the phase of going to bed at 6 a.m. But I just wanted to update. I got to 75% of my novella. We're having some good purrs. I don't know if you can hear in the background. So I was gonna finish my novella before I went to bed, but we shall do that first thing tomorrow. Good night. Morning. As you saw, I finished my novella this morning right after I woke up. I only had like a chapter left, so it was dumb that I didn't just finish it last night, or I guess this morning, like 4 hours ago. So these novellas all follow Chloe and Bennett, who are the main couple in book 1, and it was just like added information. And so I was reaching a point where I was like, do we care? Because you know those series and those books that the couple gets together but then it keeps going and you're just like, if I say that, you are able to picture a book about what I'm talking about. I was getting concerned that this was just doing that and it wasn't really adding anything of value to the series, but I feel like this was worth its weight because this novella is about their wedding day and leading up to their wedding. It's like twice the size of the previous novellas because there's a lot more bulk to it. So that was fine. I'm still stuck in the boat where I'm like, you didn't need to read them. So funny story, when I flipped to the end of the book and it was the acknowledgements said, thank you for reaching the end of this series. Basically in 2013, they published the original trilogy and the 3 novellas, and that was going to be the finished series. But then in 2015, they went back and added this book and the next one. So I wish I would have known that. I would have just read the connecting novella because there's 2 novellas in between book 3 and this one. One of them was the wedding one, and now one of them is, I think it's about the characters in book 2. Okay, hi. We're gonna ignore the barbecue sauce on my shirt. I have barbecue sauce on my titties. I have been asked multiple times recently for me to talk about how I do my makeup because, as we all know, I only know how to do one makeup look. So I'm gonna try and recreate the look that I did at the concert I went to last week. I'm about to finish my audiobook. I have like 1 chapter left. So I used the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation because I use full coverage to cover up these bad boys. My nice little red cheeks. Okay, now I do concealer. Oh, also this is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I don't like it, but I'm too lazy to go to Ulta and buy Shape Tape. Mainly because I tried to buy it a couple months ago, but then I opened the package and someone had stolen it, so I'm still mad about that. Also, I don't know why I just did that. I never put concealer there. James Charles who? My camera died, so I'm doing this on my phone, which means we can't listen to my audiobook of them having weird fetish sex, which is a tragedy. Also, I forgot to put on primer and moisturizer, which is always what happens as soon as I finish my foundation. The next day is bronzer. This one's hecka expensive. Don't buy this unless you get it for a Christmas present. But it's NARS Laguna, which is like really famous. But I literally got this in an Ipsy box too. I don't know what this brush is, but it looks like a contour brush, right? Good. So then blush, I use this literally broken sample of this Tarte one, also from Ipsy. I haven't even ordered Ipsy in like over a year, so clearly I use only expired products. This is the Amazonian Clay in Party. I usually don't prime my eyes, but I've been feeling festive lately, so I'll prime them today for y'all. I'm just using this concealer because I lost my MAC paint pot in 2016 and I'm still mad about it. The one palette that I use to do my orange makeup looks, I'm sure you could dupe this with like literally anything else, but I got this ColourPop palette for Christmas like 2 years ago or last year. This is the Double Entendre palette. I don't even know what these colors are. First I just set my powder stuff with this one up here. Also, I don't know how makeup brushes work. I just use random ones, and like I literally had leftover product on the brush and I'm wiping it on my jeans right now. It's shocking how okay my makeup turns out, considering I literally don't give 2 flying flips about the application of anything. Okay, so next I always put the shade right here, hello, this one in my crease. My most common look is to put this one in the crease. This one's called Hard. Hate that. I'm gonna be festive and use this like more brown shade and put that in my crease and we'll build up to it. This one's called Send Noodles. I just got a call from Chicago and I'm terrified it was a job offer, but I'm not answering. I just like take my fingers and I run it along the top of where I blended it to make that softer. Because if I do it with the brush, I just end up like spreading the product higher and higher. So I just take my fingies and I do it with that. And look, it's nice and soft now. We take the color I was just talking about, that iconic color. It's called Hard. Hate that. There's this even darker color right here. And then this one I'll take on an even smaller brush so that I'm not like putting it up to my brow bone, and I'll just put that on like the outer corner. Am I from 2013 or what? So now we have the crease colors. I'm probably doing this out of order, but I like to put on the lid color last, especially if it's a shimmer, because I like it to still have that high impact. I apply it with my finger because I feel like that has the most color payoff. So now I'm going to take the champagne color and put that on my inner corners. I'm gonna regret it if I do this stupid winged eyeliner, but let's go. I just discovered that I like using liquid liner a lot more than I like using felt tip, because felt tip sucks. That's the essay. And here's my basic technique. You do a line up from the corner and then start bringing it in from the middle of your lid and then make that into a triangle and hope for the best. This is the NYX matte, chunky and old liquid eyeliner. There. Don't mess with it. So mascaras. Both of these though are kind of flopping for me recently, so I kind of want to try something new. I feel like Yzma with those broccoli sticks doing this, like... Oh wait, no, not yet. The most important step. This is like a B. If you want to take your eye look from B to an A, take one of the colors you put on your eyelid and put it underneath. Like, it makes it slap so much harder. Okay, I had to take a break to let my camera charge because my phone died as well. While I'm getting set up again, I want to listen to this voicemail I got and see if it's about jobs or if it's from telemarketers.
Good afternoon. My name is I'm calling from American Airlines. Calling to see if you would be available for a 1-hour face-to-face panel format interview.
They want me to have an in-person interview. Okay. Hey guys, back to my makeup tutorial. Now we do our brows. I started recently using this Anastasia Brow Wiz and it's the best product ever because it's lazy, but it still looks great. You just make an outline. You burp a little bit. Carve out the tail. Don't do too much on the tail because a thick tail is reserved for Cardin. That's how I do an eyebrow. It takes 30 seconds because I'm too lazy to do anything else. And there we go. Now mascara. I'm gonna use their Real by Benefit. You go from the middle of the lash, roll it down to the base, and then run it through the whole thing. Make sure you get your outer corner really well so it covers up your eyeliner you messed up on. I use Clump Crusher by CoverGirl to do lower lashes and like a second coat on the top because it makes me feel good that it's doing something else, but I really don't think it is.
Good for nothing, lazy, worthless sacks of fur.
I thought you were talking about me. I was like, keep going. My face still looks blah. You know, it's like I didn't even put on makeup. So we gotta add a highlighter. I got this one for Christmas, the ColourPop Flexitarian. So I take a little on my fingy. I start with my nose because we love that. Then we do top of the cheekbone, or what we think is the top of our cheekbone. Am I doing this right? Who knows? But you know, looks good in selfies, so. Still kind of boring. Who cares? Ready? Inner corner. Bam. Okay. Who is she? Lipstick. What I wore to the concert yesterday is another thing I got from an Ipsy bag because I refused to pay for makeup. Clearly. Hello. Focus on me. This is from the brand So Susan. No one's gonna buy this based on my recommendation. Just find a color that looks like this. I don't overline my lips because I already feel like a clown in my day-to-day life without doing it, so. And that's that. Ready, gals? Oh, it's still gonna be wet, so it's not gonna be high impact, but ignoring the barbecue sauce on my titties. Hey, girls. And that's the makeup tutorial. Oh. Who is she? Hey, boys. I'm done. So I just drove to Fuzzy's Taco Shop. If you ain't with it, get with it. So I went and picked up dinner. While I was there, I was listening to my audiobook on the, not like in the, that would be weird. On the way there, I listened to my audiobook. I'm like one chapter away from the end. I just don't like it. It follows the two characters who are into like voyeuristic sex and like public sex, and I can't get with it. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to know what happens to this couple end game, I'll put something over here to let you know there's spoilers. This takes place after they have their kid, and so it's like them getting into the groove of having like really wild sex after she's recovering from childbirth, and like they're getting back into the swing of things. Hashtag cannot relate. So I think this book like appeals to people who like have kids or like kids or want kids, but I like don't care about kids. Like whenever romance books talk about having kids or like they have kids on the page, I'm just like, this is too adult for me. Nope. And Christina Lauren does this. They have a couple books where the characters have kids, and I'm just like, okay, you lost me. I think I'm gonna give this book like 2 stars, but I still haven't finished it, so we'll see. We did, however, meet the character that's gonna be in the next book, but like not with any substance that would have made the book any different. So I don't know why I just did this whole thing where I read the novellas. But I'm about to devour a taco platter. My lactose intolerant ass is thriving.
Hi, handsome. You want some nachos? What are you doing?
My camera's charging again. I'm doing a phone vlog. Hello, ASMR. I finished my novella. Beautiful, what was it? Beautiful, beautiful. I don't know what it's called. I'll put it right there. Beautiful something. I just am not invested into this series enough to care about the novellas, but here I am. Yeah, I feel like that was a waste of my time and I could have just read book 4. I was curious, and now I guess I can do a better rounded out review of the entire series because I've read the novellas. Here's the final consensus. If you care about Chloe and Bennett, read the novellas that go in between the first original trilogy. But if you just want like the connecting the dots one, then just read the 3.6 one that I just read that I don't remember what it's called. But even then, like, you really don't have to read it. You know what? I wouldn't recommend it because it's only about that book 2 couple who are just like disgusting! It was fine, but like, wasn't it? So now that I took a 2-day detour to read novellas that you really didn't need to read, time to continue on with this.
Are we live?
No. Rarely are Christina Lauren books cringy, but this one has some questionable dialogue. Like, they're in New York City as tourists and they want to take a picture by a building, and she's like, my selfie game is strong. Okay, so I lied, and perhaps I need to go get a sticky tab for a cute quote I just came across. I have mixed opinions on this book so far. Not sure if it's cringy or sweet. Hello. Today I'm just taking a massive L because this is the 3rd time I've gone out to get food. So here's my dessert, some froyo. So I got a package, and my first thought was, my dad ordered a car part for my car, so this could just be a car part, and this is about to be real boring. Or I ordered something and I don't remember. We'll find out. I love that for me. Oh my gosh, it's books. Madison Mary sent me books. I'm gonna scream. Who are all you people buying me things? I mean, I know who Madison Mary is, but oh my god. I do not deserve the book to learn how to speak English. I do not deserve the booktube friends that I have. They're all too kind. Oh my god, she got me 2 books. So the first one is The Devouring. I almost bought this at Barnes & Noble the other day. I just watched her wrap up as well where she talked about this book and she loved it. It's one of her new favorites of all time. By the way, tangent, I feel like I'm just gonna give extended shout outs to everyone who ever like breathes on my Amazon wish list. Madison Mary has her own channel. Like I said, she's posted a wrap up where she talked about this book. I'll link all of her stuff down below. Love her to death, and even more so after all this. Like, you did not have to get me 2 books. This is pitched as The Raven Boys Meet Stranger Things. It's about these 3 people that live in this town that is haunted by like this devouring gray. It's like this mythical whole thing, like Stranger Things with an alternate universe, and they have to keep this monster subdued. I read the first page in Barnes & Noble, and it definitely is giving me Raven Boy vibes, which I have on my favorite shelf up here. I know that Madison Mary really loved this, and so I'm really excited to read this. And then, in a twist of fate, I got a Chris So Dark and Lonely. I feel like there's no authentic way to talk about this without it being a little bit weird, because I did get this previously this week, and now I feel bad because I love both people who sent me it equally, but I'm like looking at my copy over there on my TBR shelf, but they just know the way to my heart, and this is like the #1 book that was on my TBR that I wanted to pick up, and so like it's the thought that counts. I'm very excited to read this Beauty and the Beast retelling. I think I already went over this, but Madison Mary, you mean everything to me. I don't know what I did to deserve 2 books, but I seriously thought this was just like a car part coming in from my dad. So girl, I love you. Everyone go give her some love and support. So now that I've had like the best week of people being so kind, I'm gonna devour my froyo and continue reading.
Get your spoon.
She's ready for dinner time. Do a circle. Ha 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 ha. Joke's on y'all. I took a nap. My lipstick looks like something else. Honestly though, I think I have to get a new bed because they've taken over. That's where I sleep, sir. That's my spot. And you are so cute, but I need to use this. So before I fell asleep, I got to page 117 of this book. It has a very different plot than what I was expecting. The entire series so far has been like these guys from the workplace who know how to treat a woman, so it's all just very like fan fiction-y, like they're all like experts on like relationships and dating and sex. But this book is about a guy who has been with the same woman since he was 16, and now he's in his mid-30s getting a divorce. So he's only ever been with one woman when this intern starts showing interest in him. And by the way, I still hate the plotline that it's like an intern and a boss. Like, I don't like that. But because it's having to be like for the first time someone's interested in him and it's not his wife, he's having to like figure through how to be in a relationship. So like the woman in this case is the expert and has more experience and knows more. I think that's cool. It's turning things upside down. It's not what I was expecting whatsoever. But before I go, I just need to mention I bought 2 more Barnes & Noble signed first editions of Defy Me because I have no self-control. I'll either do more giveaways or someone in the future is gonna be like, I want that edition. I'll be like, hey. And they were only $13 online and I had a $5 off coupon. So like, I saved money. Guten Morgen. So I was gonna take off my lipstick and then forgot. So we're gonna deal with this for one more clip. Reggie is really just living his best life. And I wanna do a clip showing you how I tuck in my cats. Just like a regular nighttime routine. So he's doing a nice snoozle. You give him some belly rubs. And then you slide him a copy of Defy Me. Good boy. It's a good night's sleep right there if you ask me. So I have this to continue. I seriously need to like get my life together and go take off my makeup. So I'm gonna do that and then continue. I'm really liking it actually. I didn't think I would, but here we are. While I'm on a winning streak, while I'm almost done with this series, I want to get the last book so that I can finish that one as well because the Pride-a-thon is coming up. I'm gonna do a separate vlog for that. So hopefully I can finish this series in time for that. And so I have like 3 2 days. 2 days to read 2 books, which is doable for romance, but let me check and see if my library has the last book because I don't own it and it's not on Thrift Books.
Disgusting!
You know what? This book's probably on Scribd. Hold that thought. Please, uwu. Yay! Okay, they have the last book. I figured they would because they have basically every Christina Lauren book. Ooh, but I don't want to read the synopsis because I don't want to know what characters that follow. So I think after I finish this, I'm just gonna hop on Scribd and read the last book. I feel like I talk about Scribd a lot in this vlog, but I guarantee you I'm not sponsored. I wish I was. I was at one point. Would love to be sponsored again. They just have a ton of good romance selections. So like, why would I not use Scribd? It's worth the money, she said, even though she's on a free trial. I'm kind of tripping because there are characters from the Sweet Filthy Boy series mentioned in this book, and I'm trying to remember if Ruby was in those books, but I don't remember and it's killing me. Like, I need a wiki of all the characters to see like where she's from. Update, turns out she was the roommate of the 2 girls from the last book, so I have full rights to say, oh my god, they were roommates. But that's an interesting way that these series are connected, so it's just interlocking, very complicated. Last night I stayed up till like 6 a.m. again because I'm just dumb. I actually got a lot of reading done. I got to page 266 of this book. I want to finish this today. It'll be easy to do because it's really fun to fly through. But I'm noticing a new issue that I have with this book that I didn't know about last night. Can y'all stop killing each other for 30 seconds? 30 seconds. Thank you. Never in Christina Lauren books do I ever feel like there isn't like chemistry in a relationship or like it's not done well enough. But I feel like these 2 characters just got so close so fast with little to no exigence. Like the main character has had a crush on this guy for months, but that's not ever really explored other than like he's hot. The guy in turn is just like, she's pretty, I'll go for her. And like that's the reason why they're together, is like she had a crush on him just because he was hot. And he is literally just like, she's funny and cute. And that would make more sense if he was just like, hey, what happens in New York stays in New York, and they like have a fling. But he's taking it slow, like he's developing really deep feelings for her, but there's like nothing there for him to like except the fact that she's hot and funny. So like, but I just don't really buy into the romance in this one. I don't know. And I feel like it's getting really repetitive. Like this book is almost 500 pages for a romance book. And I feel like half of it is just them having the same conversation of like him discussing his fears and her being like, I want to smash. But despite those problems, I still think it's gonna get a pretty high rating because I think it's like a unique book and it's just fun to read. I'm just gonna keep going with this until I feel like getting out of bed. I can't see my book because you're in the way. I just finished Beautiful Secret by Christina Lauren. Fun fact, I didn't realize that there was a novella at the end of this book, so the book actually ended like right here. So I didn't have as many pages to read as I thought I did. However, toward the end I did find pieces of paper in the book where a previous reader had stuck these. So one of these is a receipt from a bank in Ohio. This person has $125 in their checking account in 2015. Hope they're doing well. And then there's a little slip of paper that says, fight for your 1 inch. Get Luke to listen to you. Profound, but I don't know what it means. So, final consensus. This book is not better than book 3, but it had so much potential. So I really enjoyed like the main conflict of this. Stop scratching and making noise, y'all are insufferable. But there was just so much insta love, and not necessarily like physically, like they get together really fast, but like emotionally they just are like, 1 second he literally does not notice her and the next he's like, I'm in love with her, and there was no transition really. So that was difficult. And then also there was just so much fighting about like miscommunication type stuff. I get why these characters ended up having the big fight that they had. Just something about it didn't sit right. Maybe it's because they just weren't emotionally developed characters that much, and so I felt like any drama they had with their relationship was kind of petty because like they'd fallen in love so fast. I don't know why, but this romance didn't completely sell me. By the end of it I liked it, but it's not my new favorite in the series. I think I'm gonna give this a 3 stars, which is pretty much like the average rating I've been giving the series. And there's 1 book left. I'm gonna try and read it tonight and tomorrow, and then on the 14th begins Pride-a-thon. But until then, I made a bad decision. I had a bad idea. I was on Amazon and noticed that 3 books that I wanted were all hardbacks under $10, and I was like, can I have some of that? So I ordered them, and then while I was ordering them I was like, if I'm here, why don't we just go ham and buy some other books that I've already read so I can add them to my shelf, because you know my shelf space is so plentiful. So I think all but 1 book came. I got 2 books that I've already read. They're both graphic novels by Katie O'Neill. So we have The Tea Dragon Society. It's about friendship. There's people of color. There's disability rep. I just thought it was so cute, and it was like $10 on Amazon. So I was like, there's not going to be a better time for me to pick this up. Also from the same author, I got Aquacorn Cove, which I read as an ARC. This is like the same art style and really cutesy. There's mythical elements to it. It's middle grade, people of color, female representation. The thing I love about this book is that it's like sort of environmentally driven. Like it's about these people who are having to like protect this island, and then there's this like sea creature, and I probably described that really wrong, but I loved this, and so I wanted to have both of these for my shelf. Okay, the next 2 things in this box are both YA contemporary hardbacks. The first one that I picked up is The Love and Lies of Rukhsana Ali. This is a contemporary that came out this year. It's about a young girl who's from Bangladesh, and she is either bi or lesbian, and so she's pursuing a relationship with another girl, and her parents find out, and they're really conservative Muslims, and so they don't approve of that, and so she's having to grapple with her sexuality going back to Bangladesh. I've had my eye on this one for a couple months, and when I saw it was this cheap I wanted to pick it up, so I did. And then the next book I got was Heretics Anonymous by Katie Henry. All I know is that it is about this Catholic school where these students all come together to talk about like institutionalized religion, and there's like an atheist, a Catholic, a Jewish person. It's supposed to be really comedic, but also kind of shines light on religion and sexuality and a bunch of different identifications that I guess these characters all identify with and they want to discuss in relation to like Catholicism, maybe. But this was like $9 on Amazon, and I've heard nothing but glowing reviews, so I wanted to give her a try. I have like 2 or 3 more on the way, so we'll see when those arrive, but that's all that I picked up. And over here, Miss Rose is making some biscuits. You're doing so good, sweetie. Hello. I actually finished a novella, and I read like half of the next book in that series in the time that we haven't spoken, but I don't want to do a reading update quite yet. I just got another package. Is the 13th today? Yeah, this is one of the hardbacks that I ordered from Amazon. I don't know why they sent me like 1 book in a massive package, but I'm literally so cheap. I'm trying not to rip this because I want to reuse it to send people books on Depop. Ooh. Why am I looking for a note like someone sent this to me? I bought this. So this book is like $7 on Amazon right now for a hardback, so run and go grab it. This is Internment. This book sounds horrifying. It's set in like a near future dystopia where Muslims are all put in internment camps in America, which is just going to be so hard hitting, and I think that this book is going to pack such a political message. It's going to be hard as hell to read considering America's politics right now, so I just think it's a well-needed ripple in the pond, if you will. From this cover to that concept, I'm just really eager to read this, so picked it up while it was a good price. So I also finished a couple books. I finished the novella in between books 4 and 5 in the Beautiful Bastard series. It's called Beautiful Boss. So this novella I think is my favorite out of all the ones we've read so far, or we. me. This novella follows the two characters that are from book 3, which is my favorite one in the series. I think those are the most interesting characters, and it talks about their relationship progressing. But the thing about this novella is it wasn't just like a weird fan fiction-y thing like set after the book ended so you could get more of their lives. It actually had like its own beginning, middle, and end, and it was like its own little plot line. So I liked it. I gave this one 4 stars. You also get to be reacquainted with the characters that you're gonna have in book 5. So I think this one was actually a relevant bridge book to have read, so I really enjoyed it. I would say that if you're gonna plan on buying any of the novellas, that one would be most worth your money. I really had no major complaints with that one, and I listened to it on audio on Scribd as well, so it didn't take me very long to get through it all. It was just pleasant. So then I also started on audio last night the 5th book in the Beautiful Bastard series. I'm finally done as soon as I finish this one, and that one follows Pippa, who is one of Ruby, who was the main character of book 4's co-interns, co-workers at that office in London. So she's English. At the beginning of the book, her boyfriend cheats on her, and so she wants to go have a vacation in America. So she goes and flies out to Boston, where Ruby, her husband, and like all the characters from the original trilogy are going on like this wine tour across the Northeast. Coming along with them is Jensen, who is book 3's main character's brother. It's just, everyone's intertwined at this point. There's just so many people who need a heterosexual couple, and so they all go on this wine tour together. It's all about how Jensen is like so focused on work and he doesn't want to make time for anyone after his divorce, and Pippa, who's just like crazy, young, impulsive, loud. So it's about like these opposites attracting. Like I said, I'm listening to this one on audio, which I typically don't do for romance, but I'm in the middle of a very hefty knitting project I'm wanting to get done, and the audio is actually pretty good. The only thing that I find about this book is that it's lacking any sort of angst. So whereas you would think like, oh, opposites attract, it's gonna be so steamy and like, I don't know, these moments of tension, like normal romances will build you up to some kind of a climactic moment where they're together for the first time, right? This one has like a fake dating vibe to it because they see the ex-wife of Jensen at this vinery. What's it called? Winery. I don't know.
It's called a vineyard, you dumb bitch.
Their first kiss was really anticlimactic. Their first like experience together sexually was really anticlimactic, and maybe it's because I'm listening to it on audio so it doesn't have like the full impact of me absorbing every single word physically, but I feel like this is just gonna drop back into this 3-star range of like the characters were good, it was fun to read, but didn't really have the spark I was looking for. I do want to go and sit down and finish my knitting and continue that book, but I want to show you my cat real quick. She's being really cute.
I want to pet my little girl. Hi. Oh my goodness! I want to pet my little girl.
Good evening. So, I just finished my audiobook, and fun fact, the entire audiobook I sat there trying to detangle an entire ball of yarn. I ended up having to take an L and just cut off the front of it because I couldn't do it. Do y'all care about that information? No. I finished my audiobook though. So here's the tea on that series. I should not have binge read it because I'm sitting here at the end of the series like, thank God it's over. I never really loved the characters, so it kept on like bringing back the old characters and being like, here's what they're doing now. I'm like, I don't care. This had an epilogue for each book and I just skipped all of them because I'm like, I don't care where you end up. I get it. You have kids and you're really happy. But anyway, my review for the final book. Mediocre. This book was just like desperately boring, and not in like a, oh, I don't care about the storyline, but just like there was no angst, there was no chemistry between the characters. Like, I really don't think these 2 books that they added onto the series were necessary. Their relationship just sprung up out of nowhere and it just wasn't that believable. I didn't love the characters. It was just like, ugh. There weren't even that many good sex scenes in it. Like, it skipped a lot, so it's like, why was I even there? I think I'm gonna give this book like 2.5 stars. I think the series peaked at book 3. So we love the Shatter Me series. But that is my reading week. Thank you for attending such a lengthy vlog. At midnight it starts the Pride-a-thon, so I'm gonna get to read books that are not Christina Lauren. Just kidding, I have autobiography on my TBR. So I will continue to read Christina Lauren books, but that's gonna be probably, should I do daily vlogging for that one? I might do like every 2 days, we'll see. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching. I love you so much. I hope you have fun. I promise I'll read more books in the next vlog that aren't just Christina Lauren. Bye.